Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stormworks and today we are back in Stormworks and we are going to be finishing off some of the engine work when it comes to the search and rescue rogue mode boat. Now, previously we built the hull, we built all these decorations, and we got a little cabin started. Not much. I really worked hard on the inside of this here where we've got our sleep place. Now, while the camera has been shut off, I've done some work. I've added some stability measurements, as you guys can already see. It is already much more plain. I've added engines in the back, but I haven't really wired them up. All I've put is some pipes on the exhaust, and I've got the coolant ports and all that down there. But before we start, guys, I just want to talk just a quick second about what's going on with the channel, what we're doing, and how it's all going to work. Now, recently I've been posting about one video a week. I'm going to try and up that to around 2 videos a week so I can get more content out to you guys. I also wanted to share a goal with you guys that I currently have going right now. I know my microphone isn't that great, so I'm setting a goal for when we get to 100 subscribers. I am going to upgrade my microphone. Now, this is going to give you guys much better sound quality, and it's going to sound so much better. So, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, and let's get myself a new mic. And then, yeah, we'll have much better videos coming out, and I'll get better at editing by then. And yeah, we should be also starting some new series on different games. I'm looking at 7 Days to Die. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but it's a zombie survival game. Pretty interesting, pretty fun. It's another building game, which is what this channel is about. It's about building games, and Stormworks is one of those building games that I felt was what was great to start this channel on. Now, my channel did start on Scrap Mechanic, but we're on Stormworks now, and I'm thinking of doing a good mix of 7 Days to Die and Stormworks to really give you guys some difference in the content that I post, so it's not the same. So there's a lot more of a variety going on here. So thank you guys for just listening to that. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. If you'd like to see more videos on my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell for all further notifications from when I upload. Alright, so now that we're in, let's go ahead and start working on the engine bay right now, because what we need to do the most right now is just fix up that engine bay, get it ready, get it started, build a custom fluid tank. But also I want to know, you guys, does that white wall right there, is that going to slow my boat down based upon physics? I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the physics may go through the very smooth front of this boat and go straight through to the back and hit that wall, slowing us down. I don't want that to happen. So if that's something that actually happens, guys, please let me know. And let's go ahead and get to the build editor. Alright, now that we are in the build editor, let's go ahead and go straight back into the engine compartment here. Now, while I'm building this, I just want to talk about what I want this boat to do. So, what I want it to have is like a type of boat where it can sit anywhere. There's no real issues when it comes to not terrain, but waves or any type of land, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to build an anchor. I'm going to have to build an anchor that connects to land. Now, I've seen a few different designs on how to build an anchor, but there's one that really stuck out to me. So, I will probably leave that boat down in the description below if you want to see where I got the design idea from. So, alright, fuel. I don't really want to connect fuel lines, so I'm just going to bring the boat straight and into this white wall here. It should be, nope, right here. And let's get a straight enclosed, like that. Alright, now, I think I'm going to have the batteries and the fuel mixed. Shouldn't cause issues, but it's an interesting little design idea I had, so we're gonna go for it. Let's go ahead and put this here. Now the biggest issue with this design that could happen is if we get scratched up, all the fuel's going to leak out into the ocean. So we're going to have to be careful with this boat. Although that is basically what happens in general if you do hit your boat on the bottom and you hit it on the fuel tank. It's going to start leaking. So we're just going to keep it like this. And actually we only need a fluid port here. Now guys, I need to ask one really important question. Because I am starting a rogue mode series, I need to know what your guys' opinion is on what kind of settings I'm gonna have in the rogue mode. Now what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have all components unlocked because the devs have said it themselves. That way is not that intricate. It doesn't really have that much of, it kind of takes away from the building aspect when you take away a lot of the blocks. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and remove that option so we only have fuel and just some quality of life options like being able to see in third person. That is really useful, especially when you're recording like I am. So I'm probably gonna have that in. If you guys think that's too much, you want that change, just tell me. I'll change it. But alright. Okay, so this is our exhaust. It's going into one pipe here, which is going to split back out into two once it's at the very end. So let's bring it all the way back here. Split it off into two pieces like this, and then we're going to angle it like that because we don't want to interfere with the power, because this has to be able to exit and go down. Alright, so I think I guess so we're just going to put the exhaust right here. Alright, straight. Probably gonna have to do an enclosed little straight angle here. Not angle. Actually, let's see how that works. Do I want a regular fluid exhaust, or do I want a fluid port? I think I'm gonna go with fluid port. If you guys think that'll look better with fluid exhaust, I don't know. I think fluid port is just gonna look better because this is gonna be down in the water once we actually get fuel. One of the biggest issues about this boat is this rear end sticks up out of the water, which is why there's a lot more weight blocks down here. But anyways, I think that's about it for that exhaust. Now let's go ahead and, okay, so this is, let's see, what is this? Coolant in, so this is blue. Alright, and aim it like this. Yeah, oh, I'm struggling. Okay, there we go, and like that. Okay, and this is out, so it's going to be red because it's hot. Alright, fuel dangerous, so it's red. Exhaust is hot, so it's red. Coolant in is blue. Coolant out is red. Alright, simple enough. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of adding a hatch right here because the major update that is coming out, I'm not sure, they haven't released the notes on the release date, but we are going to be getting welders. So I'm probably just going to put a hinged hatch right here. I might go for something bigger. I don't know. A hinged hatch is cool and all, but going for something bigger, letting me access a lot more, might look a bit better. But we'll have to see until then. Okay, so that's just going to be there. We got all this set up in here, fuel, everything. Now the only thing we need is air. Now for air, I've got something special I want to do. It's going to be a bit tough to do this, but let's go ahead and angle this all the way down. This should go out, yep, pretty far down. The propellers are going to look pretty weird. I'm not going to lie about that one. The propellers are going to look pretty stinking weird. So let's get our propeller. small propeller because this is a small to medium sized boat. Yeah, it looks kind of weird, but I'll get over it. As for the turning, we're probably just gonna have fins right here. Not 100% sure. I could go with like a turning glitch, but no, I don't want to do no turning glitch. Alright, air. Let's see. We are going to take the air, and because we don't want to combine it, I'm actually going to have to straighten this out one. So let's actually go orange for, or yellow for power, like a golden yellow, and it's gonna go straight down here, and then we're like this, and boom, that's much better. That leaves us room to take our air, which is going to be blue because it's vital. Actually, no, let's make this white for air, and it's gonna go like that. We're going to have it turn here, and like this, turn this way, and it's gonna go straight through the fuel tank, straight out of the fuel tank. So now that it's going to do that, we want straight enclosed pipes like this. And for those of you who do not understand gearboxes, I will be doing that in the next episode. This episode is just based upon getting the cabin and everything hooked up. So for episode 3, I will be showing how to go in depth with all the mechanics and all that. So now that we're here, we want to look for a hole right here. Alright, right here is where we want it. So we're going to take a straight pipe, angle it like this on both sides, take the pipe angle here, and we're just going to hook up these pipes just like this. And one more, and boom, there we go. Now that we've got that, we are going to take in all this and we're going to break it all the way up into the roof. Oh, that broke the wrong thing. Straight up. There we go. Well, we still got rid of our video antenna, but that's fine. I can just add that back in. Because right now what we want is just our air to be working. And just like that, we've got like this, and then we need a fluid port up here at the top. And there we go. Alright, now we have fuel, air, and exhaust, and coolant. So these engines are ready to go. Engines. Alright, so now that they're ready to go, let's go ahead and spawn it in, just see how the weight affects it. If we've got any issues. I can already feel just the way that that's bouncing up on the water, how much heavier that is. Now, wait, did I actually just move this? Wait, I did. Oh, yep, so it's going to fill up with water. Okay. That means we have just too much fuel in here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to lower the amount of fuel there is by placing blocks. Easiest, best way to lower the fuel. And we're going to take a valve right here and right out the back. We're going to put a a fluid connector, and we're going to place it right there. Not the right color. There we go. So it's going to go right there, and then this is going to connect straight to our our fuel tank. This way we can monitor what our fuel is and be able to fill up the fuel of our boat I'll spawn it back in. Okay. It does tend to go under just a little bit. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add in a pump down there to do my best to keep that from flooding, because I don't want that to flood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pump down there, and I'm going to put a, I believe it's a threshold gate, yeah, and I'm going to use that threshold gate to measure how much water is in the engine bay, and if there is any at all, the bilge pumps will immediately engage, pumping out all the water. Alright, and I'm probably going to do that with the cabin itself and the mini cabin in there. Now for the hard part. I'm going to build the cabin decorations, so that's the actual place where we sit and everything. This is going to take a lot of time, and I need some time to brainstorm what I'm going to do. So I'll see you guys once I have an actual working prototype. Alright, so I've got a little bit of a prototype here, and what I've done is, because I'm so stubborn when it comes to seat positioning, I'm always wanting the perfect seat position so I can see everything I need to see at a moment's notice. I have created, well, not me, I've used an idea that I've seen in other creations where you actually use a compact linear slide to move your seat up and down on a track base. Super smart, super easy, and it also makes my seat look pretty cool here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Looks pretty cool, and what I'm actually going to do to control this is I'm going to have this on up down, and this is going to be a sticky control. So if I want to move my seat up, I can. If I want to move it down, I can ish, because I can't move it down any farther than it is right now. Now, for right now, I think I'm just gonna go with a temporary build of just getting this thing going for this episode. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up hotkey number 1 to start both engines, right? And we're gonna use WS to give throttle to the engines. Probably could have held control there. And we're gonna use A and D to actually turn the fins, which I need to add. So let's get our fins here. Let's make them red to kind of combine with the rest of the boat. Just like that. Should give us a decent bit of turning. Let's add A and D. But just before we go, I'm going to actually show you guys what I was talking about when I meant adding a anchor. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to get a small little thing here. Let's get a small winch. Where's the small winch? There it is. Alright, we're going to put the small winch right there. It's sticking out too much, so we're actually going to place it farther in. Just like this. If I can get it correctly. There we go. Just like that. It's going to create a seal and everything. So now we need a pivot. Alright, add one there. And we're going to add it like this. And now that we've got this, I forgot to actually build a connector. So we need an electrical anchor, or no, rope. We need to send data through it, so we need an electrical cable anchor. So it's going to be, if I place this here, get rid of this, and face this up, there we go. Easy fix. Now I can put, I don't have one. Wedge, let's put this here. Like, yeah. Alright, nice. That actually does not match the paint scheme at all. So let's fix that real quick. All this needs to be the correct paint scheme. At the very bottom as well. Alright, now all we need is a mag all in the correct color. Which is probably, I'm going to actually make this one black. And on the sides here, we need a 1x1 window pyramid. And it's just going to go on, not like that. I think I actually need a... No, actually that could work. But it doesn't look right, so I'm actually going to try the pyramid. Alright, yeah, that looks much better. That does not look right. There we go. But also, I don't think it's facing the right way for the way the boat's going, so that looks much better, I think. Okay, yeah, that does look a bit better. Much nicer, much cleaner. It'll work. And then we'll take a window wedge, I'm guessing. And this is just adding some more of my own design. It looks a little weird, but it gives it more of a design to it. Makes it look better. So now that we've got that as our quote-unquote anchor, let's go ahead and well, we actually need to connect it up. And then let's see, on and off output, but we don't have that on here, so we're gonna have a winch or an anchor that does not work yet, but that's fine. That'll happen all in the next episode. But for now, it's time for the moment you all have been waiting for. Let's go ahead and spawn it in. Alright guys, I found my issue. I did the big mess up. I forgot to add the pipes to the rest of my air. So you see that black pipe down there? I had to patch that all in because it wasn't there, so we were getting no air. Alright, here we go. And we're off. And we're going. Pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and raise our C so we can see up. There we go. Just like that, we've got a performing boat that actually works. It's also super nice. The water does come up into the boat a little bit, so I might have to add some ways to increase the ride height and lower it. But as you guys can tell from the sound of the engines, I'm going to let you guys listen. We are running at maximum rotations per second, 20. And that, while it is giving us a lot of torque, we are not really in need of torque right now, so it provides no use to us. So what I'm going to show you guys in the next episode is how you can actually tune engines to be at their best performance. But as for right now, this is a pretty good prototype. We've got a seat that can go up and down depending on where you are and what you need to see. And I think we're doing